advantage of the birdies when she hit greens in regulation, but it has been a scramble for so much of the day. What she has remaining is back up the hill. It's got a pretty steep cant to it, and then also will be moving, from her left to right.
This for par.
She has really hung tough, Paige, considering her ball striking and her approach. I wouldn't be surprised if she makes her way to the driving range after this, trying to find a little something to bring out for tomorrow. But she has to hit the ball better tomorrow if she wants to win this championship.
Gave that a hit. And now has a ticklish putt coming back down for bogey.
Yeah, that was an odd putt. And almost like she said last second to herself, I've got to give this a little bit extra. I've got to hit this. It's unlike any of the strokes we've seen from her pretty much all week.
I agree, Morgan. She actually stood over the ball for quite a bit longer than she typically has done today. It's a little bit off on her rhythm on that putt. Now, maybe her putt is about as friendly of a read as you can get. She's back up the hill, moving right to left.
This would be some closing birdie.
This would be for the lowest round of the championship so far. If this were to go in, quite an exclamation point on a spectacular day. Wow. How did that not go in the top side? What a good roll. You cannot hit a much better putt than that right there. Even her reaction, you can see, how did that not go in? Catches the high side.
Looked like a 65.
Just a fraction too much speed.
Talk about her brother, Minwoo Lee, who's has a knack for the spotlight. Minji is a little bit more low-key, just kind of steady U.S. Open type of player. And now Sasso for bogey.
This has got some speed to it. And moving from her right to left, back down. The birdies there, just getting back into her normal rhythm. Something was off on that last cut.
Save this time for bogey. So a 69 for Sasso, a little shaky coming home, but an incredible up and down at 17. Save what could have been a worse hole. And now Minji Lee for a 66, which would tie her career low U.S. Women's Open round. And one of the more difficult golf courses she's ever seen in this championship, for sure. Who's got in here on the left side? Little smile, but yeah, it went down, but not in the center. Nonetheless, Minji Lee ties Shabuna for the best round this week, 66, in at 5 under with a lead in the clubhouse. For now, with Lee and Chai behind her. And we believe Andrea Lee should be first to play in this final pair.
She is, and the beast that is Lancaster Country Club just doesn't let up. After a decent drive, she has 206 yards to the hole. Needs to land this 15 paces on to ensure getting past that steep false front going with 5-wood.
Do just that. It should hold on that side. Don't want to speak too soon, though, based
Should
on
be the operative word.
what just happened with Yuka. But Kay mentioned she has a little bit of a gap there. Doesn't have a 3-wood in her bag, so gave that 5-wood everything that she had.
Kind of where's third, you okay? The third you had 86, was it 6? No, 16 to cover. 16 to cover. No. Okay.
Warranted taking some extra time. Yesterday she hit a 6-iron into this green. Thought she flushed it, caught the steep slope, and came all the way back off the front, going with extra club here for Harvard. Hoping the height on this club will help land it a little softer.
No, it's not going to get up that hill there, Kay. It's going to funnel back down short of the green. Won't go quite as far as where we saw Yuka's ball.
Same thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah, she just didn't, maybe came out a little bit higher than she thought out of that rough. I think it was plenty of club.
Well, there have been long shot winners in this championship through the years. And if Michai is able to hold on for a win tomorrow, she would qualify right up there. Again, 31 years old in the 9th year in the LPGA Tour. Has never won. Has a home in Bangkok, in her homeland, Thailand. No home base here in the United States. That's a lot of moving around from hotel to hotel, but there's almost like a sisterhood, Morgan, among the families and the network of people that you meet when you've been on tour this long. You kind of know where to stay and who's going to take you in for the week, and there's been a lot of that for Luciano Michai, who advanced again to this championship by finishing tied for second in the Columbus, Ohio qualifier. It's been a long time since a qualifier has won this championship. And then there's Andrea Lee, the prodigy in early age, winning so many tournaments and stepping her position in the golf world as one to watch. Played her college golf at Stanford, won 9 times there. Most in school history at the time before she turned pro. Michai says school wasn't for her. She wasn't going to go to school. She wanted to turn pro, and still knocking on the door for an LPGA Tour win. And to make it the biggest win of any event they play, that would be breaking through.
And considering how vulnerable she admitted to being in her press conference yesterday after play, talking about how her hands were shaking so badly just teeing off in the second round. And the way that she has played today, being in the final group, being in this position for the first time, a major championship, all eyes on her, sleeping with the leads, and coming out and birdieing the first hole, Kay. She has looked very impressive.
She has. Her fear yesterday was to come out and shoot a round of 8 or 9 over par and miss the cut. That's what was leading to her anxiety and nervousness. She passed that test yesterday, and so far passing a big test today. Pitched it well past the hole here yesterday from that position. Good adjustment today, keeping it below the hole for her par putt.
Yeah, good lead. I would think a day like today will give her a ton of confidence in herself, a ton of self-belief that she is capable of performing at the highest level in the biggest moments. But tomorrow will definitely be the biggest test of her career.
Talked about when the dream starts to win this championship for Andrea Lee. We mentioned earlier that she played her first U.S. Women's Open at the age of 15. Yeah, she was a Asterisk Tally teenager, just age 15 back at Pinehurst in 2014. She made the cut at the age of 15, played a practice round with the eventual winner, Michelle Wee West, and that is when Andrea Lee said, "This is what I want to do." And again, as we documented, all those great amateur appearances and success, but just is not translated out here onto the professional circuit. But she, like Michai, is so close she can taste it. But
Well, Dan, you know, she was as a youngster, she did not grow up with a silver spoon in her mouth. She played public golf courses growing up, like El Segundo, a 9-hole course with a range. Chester L. Washington, a public golf course kind of in a dodgy part of LA. And so she has really worked her way up the ranks to now be an honorary member at Palos Verdes Country Club, Stanford, forging her path as a pro. It's really been a remarkable route, her journey.
And her parents are out here watching this week as well. Proud as you can imagine. I bet a bit nervous too, as any parent would be, their child in this position.
Absolutely.
for birdie, unlikely, but the chance. Trying to become the first to get to 6 under in his championship. Not to be, but that is a very nice approach. Played in 6 major championships as an amateur golfer. Played in 3 U.S. Women's Opens. So she had a taste of the big time early on as a young teenager. Now 25 years old, trying to get the big one done. Now for par for Michai. Can she roll one last one in here?
Seems like she's dug deep into the well and has managed to keep rolling these in. And Morgan, this round today is about continuing to build your confidence and your momentum to prepare you even better for tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a big putt right here. Uphill. Anything maybe fall a little bit to her right, but shouldn't be much break in this, but just for that little bit of confidence in front of this big crowd, making a putt on the 18th.
Right to the end, Michai showing us all that she's got the stuff to put this championship away. All 3 rounds in the 60s. And when that par putt dropped, it means that we are most likely, whoever handles a short par putt, going to have a 3-way tie at the top going into the final round. Very good pressurized golf play by Lee and Michai, both of them with all 3 rounds in the 60s. And we have wrapped up this 3rd round of the 79th edition. So Michai's going to go back to that big house by herself one more night and hope she wakes up tomorrow on her way to becoming one of the most unlikely U.S. Women's Open champions in history. Or will it be Andrea Lee? Or will it be Minjee Lee adding a 2nd U.S. Women's Open title to her resume? Don't forget about the players behind them. Shibuno, who matched Lee with the best round of the championship with a 66. And Sasso, who didn't have her best stuff, but had a number of brilliant saves and putts made to keep her name in the game. So you got only 5 players under par, and it's unlikely that anyone outside of the names you see there, Morgan, are going to be the one lifting the trophy tomorrow.
No, it's just not the type of golf course where you can go out, even though the front 9 plays a little bit easier than the back. It's not the type of golf course where you can go out and make a ton of birdies.
One more look at this pressurized par putt for Michai. Poised and collected, and really unlikely with the way she talked about how nervous she was. By the way, no one has ever won the U.S. Women's Open with all 4 rounds in the 60s. Someone does that tomorrow and lifts the trophy. You certainly will have earned it, because this track has been everything they can handle. Lancaster Country Club. 3 tied to the top at 5 under, and again, these scores you would think with the way the course is playing, Morgan, just way too far back to make any kind of miracle comeback.
I just don't see it happening. Anybody under par, really, those are the ones that you're looking at. That's 5 players. 5 players with the legitimate opportunity to win this championship tomorrow.
And as you see some of the other scores there, better scoring day. Surdasek, you saw down there, another impressive amateur who's played well this week, the reigning NCAA champion. And that leads us to our championship recap presented by Rolex. And Michai getting right off to another good start with a birdie at the first.
Yeah, that was a very important putt for her. After admitting the nerves, settling herself down on the first.
Andrea Lee also birdied the first and then added another one here at the 5th.
She birdied 3, bogeyed 4, but then bounced right back here on 5.
So they weren't nervous, at least they didn't seem to be.
Just got to stand up on this tee box and hit a fabulous shot. And Minjee did just that.
That was a string of 2 birdies in a row there, Morgan, that brought her to 5 under par. And then Michai's second at this difficult, good tee shot there to give herself a chance to get it close.
This is the 4th toughest hole of the day. There were only 6 birdies on this hole up until this point. But you wouldn't know it from watching Michani hit that second there.
That came after 2 bogeys in the previous 5 holes, and that got Michani Michai back to 5 under. And then how about both Andrea Lee and Michai birdieing the top 15. And then at 16, Minjee Lee played back, conservative off the tee.
Yeah, this was a questionable play off the tee, but she proved us wrong, Dan. Look at this putt.
So Minjee Lee with a birdie there to get it back to 5 under. And Andrea Lee, 100 yards left at that 16th hole.
And I thought she hit this too hard, snapping at it, asking for it to sit. And it will sit right next to the hole.
2 birdies in a row for Andrea Lee. Thrust her name into the ball game there to get to 5 under. And then Michai, who got into trouble here, got into the thick rough off the tee, got it somehow on the back edge of the green, and then got it down in 2 from there for a great save for par. The kind of shots and the kind of putts you need to stay in these championships, and delivered another one, clutch putt at the last. Michani Michai, so nervous she could barely keep her head still yesterday. And we gave a little bit of a show there, Morgan. I think they were enjoying the highlight reel that we just showed.
We showed them making a lot of putts.
That's positive.
That's a good thing for them to see heading into tomorrow.
It's the first 3-way tie at the top through 54 holes in some 13 years. And some impressive play at 5 under to get to this position. Morgan, do you have any kind of feel on who you might think is going to lift this trophy tomorrow?
Well, if you're looking at the 3 at the top, I think the one that really jumps out is Minjee Lee. She has had this trophy before. We know that she has the game that is poised for a U.S. Open type of a challenge. She says that she loves these tough golf courses. They really bring out the best in her, and we have seen that this week. She's leading the field in proximity. She's hitting it with her iron play better than anybody else, and that's making this really tough track relatively easy for Minjee Lee.
Put in perspective how big a win this could be and would be for Michai if she's able to get this done tomorrow from her position 158 in the Rolex rankings.
Well, I just think even her own as a person. She is very humble. She doesn't really see herself as that person to hold a major championship trophy. I don't know that she even truly believes in herself enough to do it. But I think today showed her that she has the guts to do it. I was very impressed with what I saw from her, being in the final group, being in that fishbowl, being in the spotlight, and those clutch putts after clutch putts, that one we saw in 16, that one we saw in 18, she showed everybody that she's going to hang tough.
So we got 3 tied at the top, and one of those, Andrea Lee, ready to talk about her third round with Amy Rogers.
Thanks so much, Dan. I just asked Andrea about her day. She said that it was fun. That's pretty incredible considering you called this course a beast earlier this week. How well do you feel like you were able to tame Lancaster Country today?
Yeah, I played really solid golf today. Had a few birdies out there. It was nice to see some putts drop, and only had a couple of mistakes on the front 9 and went, bogey free on the back, which is always good out here. So, yeah, I'm really proud of the way I stuck in there and grinded it out today.
You've said this is one of your favorite events that you play all year. How do you manage your emotions and expectations, given that you care this much about this event, and then go out there and play the way that you did?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about just staying super patient and positive out here. I've come in every single round with the exact same mindset and the same game plan, so I'm going to do the exact same thing tomorrow. And yeah, it's all about just staying really patient. I think I give credit to my caddy Bob, because he keeps me calm out there and he says the right things. And even though it's a major championship, I had a lot of fun out there.
Just keep the fun rolling with Bob. Thanks for the time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Keep the good times rolling with Bob. Here's a look at the last couple of groups. You've got Michai and Shibuno. Shibuno's won a major championship, although when she did, she came out of nowhere. But nonetheless, 3 major champions among the 5 that are under par. And then you've got the final pair here, Minjee Lee, Andrea Lee. Minjee Lee, 2-time major champion, and the winner from a couple of years ago at Pine Needles on another very difficult test, but not quite in the category of this test at Lancaster. Played a little easier today, Morgan, and it'll be interesting to see how they set it up for tomorrow. And when we have a moment, let's go back down to Amy with Minjee Lee, also tied at the top.
Thanks so much, Dan. Well, you're going to hear a common refrain amongst these players at the top of the leaderboard. You won't be able to guess this. Minjee Lee also loves this event, one of her favorites, but you knew it was going to be a tough day out there. But that with the added stress of what this event means, how were you able to battle through the challenges today?
I actually thought there would be quite a few opportunities for birdie. Obviously it's moving day, and knowing the USGA, they would probably put a couple of the tees up, and I thought the setup was really great today for a Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
You're a 2-time major champion, already won this championship. You know what it takes to get it done. What will you have to do here tomorrow to give yourself a chance?
I think just stay in my lane. Take it step by step. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be rough. It's going to be all this. So I think just be patient. For me, I'm just going to stick to my game plan for the rest of the season. I think that's the best thing.
You talked about how recovery is so important with this golf course, calling it a monster of a walk. What does that recovery look like as you get ready for that final round tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, might hop on the bike a little bit just to take the legs over and put some boots on, get some compression in those legs, and just have a good meal and a good sleep.
Rest up, get those legs ready for tomorrow. Congrats on a great day. Thank you.
All right, so 3-time for the average today for the field, just over +2, just over 72. So it did play definitely easier after it played 4 and 5 over the previous 2 days. So she was right, Minjee Lee. Thought there were some birdies out there, and she went out and got some and has herself in position for another U.S. Women's Open Championship presented by title here. And a reminder of when our coverage begins on NBC again tomorrow. It'll be 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then you can head over to Golf Channel for more coverage on live from the U.S. Women's Open. So after 3 rounds, not many players in the red, Morgan. Just 5 of them. And again, Yuka Saso there working also has won this title. Shot a 69 today, but the championship marked the best of the week, shared by Shibuno and Minjee Lee. So we'll see if anybody can make some sort of wild comeback, post an early score. But it'll all have to do with how the golf course is set up. You expect him to throw a little water on the greens in the fairways today a little bit, Morgan, tonight?
Well, we saw them syringing two there in our aerial. It's going to be a little cloudier tomorrow, so it won't dry out quite as much as it did today. It was warm and sunny all day.
Well, it's been a fun 3 days thus far. We've got Championship Sunday tomorrow for you. And once again, we remind you, we're on NBC at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Final round coverage beginning then. All sorts of happenings today in Lancaster. You've got balls rolling in at the last fraction of a second. Great up and down. Sasso delivering an epic one at 17. And Richani Michai and Andrea Lee, the biggest positions of their careers. It's going to be a fun final round Sunday at the 79th edition of the United States Women's Open Championship.
For most of the year, the world's best golfers go around making this game look easy, especially Scotty Scheffler.
Out of the rough, well judged, and
Pretty. That's why you gotta love the U.S. Open. It pushes the very best to the very brink. And without the greatest challenge, you don't get the greatest triumph. U.S. Open champion. The U.S. Open on NBC, USA, and Peacock. Part of the greatest summer of golf.
The Olympic Games are coming. But first, the best American athletes have to make Team USA. The U.S. Olympic Team Trials on NBC and Peacock.
A high school athlete looking beyond the football field.
It feels good. It's helping me to help them.
A book club encouraging his teammates to read.
I want to break down barriers with books and libraries.
Unlocking their potential one chapter at a time. Monday on NBC5.
A couple of storms are when you're Waxahachie. Flood watch is in effect until Friday evening. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Tarrant County, the rain in Dallas-Fort Worth, sticking around for a few hours this morning. Grab the umbrella, watch for some high water.
Today is an opportunity to get better, to be longer, more accurate, more resilient. In golf or in business, when you take advantage of every opportunity, success follows. Every day, Global Business Consulting leader Protiviti helps businesses to find their opportunities and seize every advantage. Better every day with Protiviti.
Don't miss huge store-wide savings during the final days of NFM's Memorial Day sale. Save the tax on furniture, flooring, select major appliances, and more. Plus, save on appliances, electronics, and mattresses. Get $100 off when you buy 2, $500 when you buy 5, and save $1,000 when you buy 8. The more you buy, the more you save. With 24-month financing available on qualifying purchases. Shop the final days of amazing savings during NFM's Memorial Day sale.
Local news for DFW, now streaming free on Pluto TV.
The following program is a paid advertisement for AAA Texas.
Who can you call when you need immediate help? Any time of day or night, even when you're hundreds of miles away from home. Always giving you and your family peace of mind.
Speed's been a little off.
Back to 13.
The par putt for Hughes. No problem whatsoever. 28 Canadians in the Canadian Open this year, that's a record. And 8 of them made the weekend. As we go back to 12.
You could see the emotion on McKenzie's face. Said it's been that way for him all week, remembering his lost friend, Bill Bath, passed away recently. Frank mentioned. Here's Fox for birdie. Turning, boy, it wiggled. Went right, went left, and almost found its way back to the cup.
And Tommy gave us a great preview
13, 14, tough. You got to hang in there. And 18 in between of that, maybe you can get a little something. Both of us thought that was going to dive down into the hole.
Well, if things didn't change, but they certainly will, we could have a McIntyre and Fleetwood pairing tomorrow. A little Fleetwood. Just saying.
Didn't take you long.
Just caught my eye. We put the board up. Okay, so far, Bobby Mack, they call him out here. Fox continues to lead by 2. Round 3 of the RBC Canadian Open.
Welcome to our annual gathering. We're celebrating the NBA Finals at the center of 2 exceptional teams. Here's to those who make this event unmissable.
I still got it.
And here's to the rest of us waiting on the edge of our seats.
Here we go.
Here's to going out with the best of 7.
Bang!
Come on, Mike. But remember, no one sips the champagne until a champ is crowned.
To the finals.
This tiny home trend, not for me. Now this is more like it. The same goes for my footwear, so I went hands-free with wide fit Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wide fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, I've been telling everyone. Liberty. Liberty. How many people did you tell? Only paid for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
I leave at 6:15 a.m. and the dashboard comes up and says Blue Cruise is available, and I just sit back hands-free. That's it.
Blue Cruise is on.
Anytime that I want to change lanes, I just simply touch the directional, and that's it. It was very easy to learn. It is something that I use every day.
The worst part of my day is work, and the best part is driving to and from work.
Production made possible by AWS, the official cloud provider of the PGA Tour.
CBS celebrates pride.
How would you like to be 7 shots better? Our OptiMotion technology gives me all the data I need to help Nathan turn more, gain 10 yards, and lower his score.
I'm Nathan, and Golf Tech lowered my score by 7 shots.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
A Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Now get $2,000 bonus cash on the Tucson or lease for only $269 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Mail theft is exploding, but there's more than one way to protect yourself. Tuesday at 10.
Tracing this hour is provided by TrackMan.